Hello, hi Christine.
Hi, Irene.
Thanks for joining me for a chit chat this afternoon.
Thanks so much for your invitation.
So hi everyone, just a quick intro. My name is Irene. I am a body talk practitioner. Christine, if you like to introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christine. I'm a programmer who produces more programmers. So my passion is actually in teaching programming to both kids and adults. Yeah. So when I heard from Irene that there's so much of these similarities between my topic and with her topic on body talk, I was like really excited. So I'm also very excited to hear from Irene today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so for some of you who have had sessions with me or attended my class, you probably have heard I use this word reboot, update, upgrades, and the big one will be what? Defrag. Even on body talk sessions. So these are very computer terminology. So I thought I'd get Christine also to share some of the real definition of some of these words. And we'll see how, I think people can understand the computer better than the body.
Oh, I thought it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's very rare unless someone really learns biology. If not, then
I see. Okay.
I thought people feel very disconnected with their own, whatever is inside of us.
Okay.
So the thing that we wanted to share is the 1 and the 0. Probably I'll get Christine to share this part. What is this 1 and 0 from a computer's perspective?
All right, so this is what we call binary, 0 and 1s. And what the computer can understand, right, is only 0 and 1s. So whatever that we see, right, the images, the text, right, all these actually have to be converted to 0 and 1s. Okay, so it's like, because in a computer, right, you have all these different circuits. It's basically based on the on and off switches. So if it's off, that means it's 0. If it's on, that means it's 1. So whatever we see, right, whatever we are saying right now, all these have to be converted to 0 and 1s for the computer to understand. So I'm not sure how this can be related to
this is
the body.
This is very related to the body. In fact, now that you say this, it's almost very related to the genes itself.
Wow, all right.
Like the turning on and off of the gene and all the markers even. That's a bit too far off. Yeah, but generally the body also works. I think you use the word switch, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because the body does have its own, every single system of our body has this thing called the switch breaker as well.
Oh, wow.
Technically speaking, when I say we, it's not you as a conscious level, but if the body is stressed, it's able to switch off automatically so we feel tired so we can rest.
Okay.
Human is very smart. We override the yes, no.
Yes, we do that.
What happens is we get stressed, and then over time, if it accumulates, the system is become very faulty already.
Yeah, actually that reminds me, if let's say there's too much processing, like calculations that the computer cannot handle, it will shut down.
It will shut down, exactly. That's why I use those words, system hang, or then we need to reboot. Yes. Right, same like computer.
True, yeah.
So very easy. The over processing is human, but for simplicity, we all use the word stress too conveniently. So correct. It is over years and years to get stressed actually.
Yes, computers can be stressed too.
Exactly. So see, even at that level, there's so many similarities. Yes, but the one thing to highlight is from a body talks perspective, human, we think that there's nothing we can do about it. My point is, you can do something about it. There are stuff, there's techniques, of course, like selling my body talk class. But seriously, there are things that you can do and learn to help this self-healing mechanism, or this one, on-off thing to function as it should.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's important for us to take care of our body.
Correct. Over time, when we have gotten used to this faulty system, we operate as a faulty system. And that's where the health problems come in, diseases come in, because even the cell expression, DNA expression also go haywire.
Yeah, I guess also we need to change our mindset in certain ways.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So that was the number one similarity. So
Zero and ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's that level. So this goes a little bit, probably a little bit more details. Christine, please do the honor.
Yeah, this one is actually a chip. So inside our computer laptop, we have this chip, which is also known as the CPU, or central processing unit. You can call it a processor, like a main processor. So if I were to compare it to our body, right, it's actually our brain, right? Yeah, where we actually receive input, and then all this processing goes to our brain. There's calculations and stuff like that, logical processing, and then there's output from there.
Sounds like the computer is a mimic of the human system to some extent, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. AI, right, is about making computers or robots or machines, right, to act and think like a human. So it's just a simulation. We are still not, say, very advanced, I would say. Don't worry about robots taking over the world. I don't think it's going to happen like soon,
Yeah, like you say, if we take over, which means they would have the emotional element from there. Right?
Yes, but right now, not really. I mean, because you talk about humans, right? We also have consciousness. So yeah, that is something that is really not easy to program into the computer. But there are already research that's going on in this area on consciousness, even on emotions as well. Yeah.
Correct. I think that's a big word, the consciousness part. Emotions, they might be able to assimilate.
Yes, they are.
They can. But the consciousness part might be a bit more tricky to put into a system, but never know. Quantum physics has evolved so far as to now. So yes, so the similarity with this CPU or this processor, right? It's obviously our brain, and Christine, you mentioned the inputs. So the inputs in terms of human being is through our five senses.
Yes.
Then goes through the thalamus and then send the signals to the nervous system to respond as to our, I suppose, our behaviors,
our actions. And then actually in this CPU, there's a memory, the main memory. So even we have memory. I believe that we also talk about long-term memory and short-term memory in our brain. So actually that is also very much applicable in terms of in computing technology, because it's about problem solving. When we do problem solving, we need our long-term memory and our short-term memory as well.
I didn't know computer has a long-term and short-term memory.
Okay, so you have main memory like the RAM, and then you have this like secondary storage like your hard disk. So you can say that the RAM, right, is something like our short-term memory.
That's why the system hang if your RAM is overworked, something like that.
Yes, that means that there's not enough space to like do the processing. So the long-term memory part is the secondary storage, which is like, let's say, your hard disk space.
Okay. Interesting. Now that you mentioned this short-term, long-term memory, it just clicked this other idea in my head, which with regards to sleep. So it is when you sleep, right, that the memory, the body converts, or the brain helps to convert short-term memory into long-term memory.
Yes. Oh, okay.
In deep sleep, right? They do, but like sleep, we do the brain does they call it the memory pruning. So it sorts things out.
Wow.
This one software is almost like filing system. So when we go in a deep sleep, those that we don't need anymore actually gets flushed out.
Oh, that's really interesting. I think you have a course on this, is it?
And I'm going to have a free e-course to learn more about this sleep process.
I think we all need to know more about that.
Right. The mechanics of the importance between what happens in the light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, or whatever dream state. So that will be interesting to hear you say the short-term and long-term memory.
So there is a relation there too.
Correct. So it's just really very, very similar in terms of computer and a human processing system as well.
Just now you mentioned the input for us, right, is the sensors. Like, so for the computer, right, it's actually let's say that the keyboard, that is one of the input, the mouse, or now we have like the pen. Yeah, so these are actually the various input to that computer. And if you know, like robots, you have the action, so that is the output. Or even certain things that we see on the monitor or on the printer. Yeah, so that is the output from the computer.
Yeah, interesting. And you say each time you say something, I got new thoughts popping into my mind. Like this thing called, I've seen a lot of clients that having this issue called addiction. It could be food, it could be now people addicted to maybe social media, or now what's the most famous one, like Squid Game.
Netflix.
Yeah. So it's interesting if you look at the addiction from from computer's perspective.
What I'm actually encouraging, like even like parents or for their kids, right, is to actually encourage them to be a digital maker rather than just a digital user. I mean, when we play games and we do all this, we are just using the technology. But let's say have self-improvement or self-development, so we should be a digital maker. So one of the skills that I actually encourage like even adults and kids to pick up is coding or programming lah.
Which you teach too.
Yes.
Tell a little bit more, like why is it difficult for me? You tell me coding is like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know it's like, a lot of people find it very difficult, but I think it's about using the right tool. Start with the right programming language, even the mindset also, you know, to be open to learn new things.
Right.
Because one of the programming languages that I teach is actually Python. It's actually very easy. So my son actually started learning this when he was 9 years old. But I think some of the kids, right, they actually start at like 6, 7 years old.
Oh my God.
With this programming language. Yeah. I do have my online course on this. Yeah.
And you guys can contact us directly as well. So yes, that's very, very interesting. When you say coding, human also like say addiction or our behavior is pretty much been programmed, but it's very unconscious. Programmed. But I always say something very different. If someone is addicted to something, it's not to tell the person to stop the addiction consciously, because there's a faulty program. You can't scream at your printer to say stop printing, right?
Yeah.
Go back to the source. So that's what we call see what is the so-called root cause.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's important to find out the root cause. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, Irene, I'm really interested with your your program on the sleep. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
share with you the link. You guys can learn more about the interesting stuff that we do. So this is my Facebook page. Primarily what I do is body talk sessions. So I do private session as well as I do teach self-help techniques that can help rewire the faulty programming so that you can go back and become your more default mode, which is what? Factory settings.
Yes.
And start to relearn life or relive life from a fresh, different perspective. Because we're just too corrupted already.
That's really great.
And this is Christine's Facebook page.
This is my Facebook page. So I do offer online courses on Python programming, both for kids and adults. So you can check out some of the code that I've written as well, because nowadays, like Squid Game is so like kind of in a hype. So I created a few fun programs that's related to Squid Games.
Wow, interesting. So I'll check out your codings as well and try to start to play around with it.
Thanks, Irene.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks so much, Christine, for your time today.
We hope to be connected to you all. Do reach out to Irene and myself if you have any questions on the topics that we offer. We just want to give value to the community.
Correct. If you have any questions, something intriguing of what we have shared, or any areas that you would like us to talk a little bit more and explore a little bit more, share with us and we can do another session. Okay, thanks everyone. Hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.